That right there, folks, is the sound of craft paper being unraveled.
Happiness.
That's Underberg for you. After a good meal to feel bright and alert, Underberg is what you need. It's the best.
And when you have them, you got to throw them up, and you got to say, let it percolate, bitches, because it takes a while to percolate out.
Give it a little clank. Get a little glass clank there. Underberg is the world's most famous bitter, and it is a fantastic digestif. If you have a big meal that you're grilling or a Thanksgiving meal, something like that, get yourself an Underberg to feel bright and alert.
Oh, or anytime during the day. Could be after breakfast, after lunch. So good.
Mm-hmm. It's the best. Get yourself some. Welcome back to Eclipse on Tap, the podcast where we talk about eclipses of all kinds and space in general. Episode 91. Crack it.
Welcome.
You crack yours, David, because I'm going to read this one.
Go on and crack it. Ooh,
Nice
that
crack.
was nice. Welcome back, everybody, to the show, and we're excited to be here in the month of February.
I got to interrupt real quick.
Yeah.
The new intro music is what the intro music always should have been.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Kudos, Dan Hurst.
Kudos,
That
Dan.
was awesome.
It's beautiful.
He's a legend. He was our guest on episode 89, if you'd like to get to know him. And he's a great guy and made some incredible music. He's a talented guy, talented musician. Cheers to you.
Should we crack a beer?
Yeah, let's read that one.
Let's
This
do it.
one's a good space-themed one. Feel like it'll be good timing for this month of Feb.
We don't have much of a rundown. It's Far Out Frontier with a flying saucer and a cowboy just standing on a mound checking it out. But it's brewed by...
With a UFO in the background.
UFO. Did I say that? UFO? I don't know.
I may have missed it.
All right, sorry. It's a West Coast IPA. Brewed and packaged by Wax Wings Brewing, Kalamazoo, Michigan. So local. And it's weighing in at 7.2, boys.
Before you crack it, pop it up in front of the camera there. Get it nice and focused in. There you go. Yeah.
7.2 will get you done.
That's a nice can. A nice horseback rider. It reminds me of the movie Nope, if anyone's seen that, the Jordan Peele film.
No.
Nope is the name of the movie. And
I haven't seen it.
It's about aliens, and the dudes are like ranchers, I think, if I recall correctly. That scene, though, feels very Nope-inspired. Ooh. Oh,
That was a good crack, too.
hanging on the edge.
crack.
Very good.
Well, yes, here we are in mid-February, the day before Valentine's Day, Friday the 13th, in fact.
Oh, it is the 13th,
I forgot
isn't
about
it?
that. Yeah.
That's why today's work day sucked. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. We are past, I feel like, the winter hurricane that we had here in the Midwest. That was an intense time. Knock on wood. Yeah, good call,
Knock on
David.
wood.
And I feel like it was pretty nice today. Sunny, and I got a little hint of good weather feeling. I don't know. I washed the car. It was not.
Yeah. And we've got some warm weather coming. Like, I think
Mhm.
Wednesday this week's going to be like 50.
Yeah.
It's going to be rainy, but it's going to be like 50.
Yeah. It's warming up. The thaw. The mid-February thaw.
I don't know that there's been a winter in the last 5 years I've looked so much forward to spring.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was thinking about it today as I got on the bike. I was like, I can't wait for 3 months from now when I'm just texting you guys and be like, you want to go ride on a Friday afternoon?
Yeah.
It's been far, far too long.
It has been a long fall, long winter.
We didn't really, because, I mean, we still had some pretty warm weather early December, but it just, like, once it hit, it's been a long slog,
And
especially,
it's been frigid.
yeah, especially January. January was just, man, that was brutal.
Yeah.
But
Brutal.
Killer Carl's wife posted this thing. I thought it was hilarious on Instagram, I think, on her story or whatever. Heather, she posted this thing that's like, January, I loved you for the first 75 years. Now it's time for you to go, or something like that. January felt like it lasted 75 years.
Yeah, I was joking with a coworker, and I was like, I can't believe, it's already, January 30th or whatever. And I kind of had, I guess the way I said it made it sound like the month had flown by for me. And he's like, no, I've been looking at January 38th on the calendar for weeks. It does feel like it's a slog. So we're excited to be back trending, at least in the direction of spring. And it always brings back from a few years ago, the final planning, reminiscing from the totality event in 2024. Special time of the year.
Yeah, you think about that. That was only, like, at this point of the year, we were talking 8 weeks to
Yeah.
go time.
I feel like we were like
10 weeks.
finalizing our plans for our as Eclipse Chaser Dad calls it, our Motel 6 on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We I've been thinking about that lately, and actually I was just looking at the next eclipse in the States yesterday evening. I was just kind of browsing the interweb on that. 2044 up in Montana, 2045 similar to 2017 eclipse, just a little bit further south. Goes through Louisiana, Northern California.
Montana would be cool.
So
yeah,
but I was just thinking like how old I'm gonna be.
What time of year is that?
August. Both of them are both. It's 2 years in a
Montana
row.
in August.
So 2 years in a row, and they're both August. But I was just kind of like,
God, give me 20 more years.
yeah, I was
there.
thinking of like when we saw the first eclipse, that like feeling of like, okay, how long do I have to wait till the next one?
Yes.
And we had planned on 2024, and that was only 7 years. And now we're looking at 20 more until the one in 2044
in the States.
In the
Yeah,
States.
in the
So
States.
we will be, going to Australia. Hopefully, we plan on it.
Yes.
But yeah, it'll be
We're fully in.
in 2 years from now. So
Yeah, probably I would maybe say maybe like this upcoming fall, we really start maybe meeting as a group or planning out or
Yeah,
late
we gotta
summer.
I think this summer probably with Gary too. Like we gotta really
Totally.
kind of discuss it with him. Make sure that
figure
we
out
got
some
like solid plans with his family, or
Yeah.
at least I think he's planning. He told us that he's going.
Yeah,
So
he is.
I think at least like kind of putting wheels in motion, like making sure that we have plans as far as lodging and everything, and then we can start as far as like booking travel and all that kind of thing.
Like the baseline logistics. Get
Yeah.
that sort of penciled in, and then we can go from there. But yeah, and then I was looking up the August 12th eclipse for this year, 2026.
yeah,
And we've talked about it before with it being like the low horizon eclipse, and it's short, 1 to 2 minutes, I think a minute and a half when it hits Spain, but it's at 10 degrees above the horizon and just before sunset. So it is a golden
10
hour.
degrees, that's like right on the horizon.
Yeah, it's a golden hour eclipse.
It's gonna black out.
Yeah, and it's
'Cause
going to
you're
just
already
be
like lower light.
already lower light, and it's going to just, I feel like it's got to look like huge, right?
yeah,
It's like, especially if you were like looking out over the ocean.
it should. Yeah,
That would be so cool.
yeah. And then for us, I think we only get like 10%, maybe.
Yeah, it says
But it's still something.
depending on where you are in Michigan, between 5 and 10% coverage.
Yeah.
So there'll be a tiny bite out of the sun for us, which would be cool. Put the solar eclipse glasses on. Partials are cool. I mean, especially like if it's a big partial.
Right. What I'm just trying to think like that time of year. I'm picturing us at like speciation with
Yeah.
the solar filters on or something. Are we going to be able to see it with the trees and the like being urban? Or when
It's
time
you
of
go
day.
someplace?
5 to 10% might be. I mean, we could definitely pick it up. I mean, it's like the
I just mean how low it is on the horizon.
beveled. We could do like a watch party just of a live stream would be cool.
Well,
Yeah.
For us, it will be different time zone.
Different time
so
zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Be like
So
midday.
it won't be as
Oh, but
low.
we're still going to get 5%, right?
yeah,
but that's like
so-
barely.
it'll be
But I mean,
later in the
it'd still
day
be
in
something.
Spain versus us. It'll be like afternoon or something like
Yeah.
that.
And it's a Sunday, so we could
Yeah.
do an afternoon watch party. Let's see, when is the totality timing for August 12th? August 12th is a Sunday. And then what is the totality?
I think Spain's like 6 hours difference.
I think so. 6 hours ahead.
Totality timing for Spain. See what we find.
We're going to pull an all-nighter.
Good.
Yeah, that would be fun though. If we had we could get the solar filter,
At least see it.
see the partial, and then be able to live stream
Yeah.
I don't know, whoever had NASA or somebody's got to have a cool live stream. It says between 2 degrees and 12 degrees, depending on where you are in Spain.
Yeah, that's
8:26 and 8:33 p.m. Spain time.
okay.
So 2
That's like 2
2-ish?
a.m.
2 p.m.
We're
yeah.
behind them. Never mind.
Yeah, 2 p.m. for
2
us.
p.m. Yeah.
So that'd be fun. A
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon at Speciation. Get the big
August,
screen.
let's get some slushies going.
Yeah.
August 12th. Let's put it on the calendar.
Yeah, let's pitch that to the fine folks at Speciation Artisan Ales. That'll be a great idea. And maybe, just maybe, we could get them to do Totality Tour
That would be awesome, actually.
for the release watch party.
Did it taste the same to you guys when Dan brought that one?
Yeah.
I feel like it did. Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, maybe it was that I didn't drink it out of the can. It was the same, but it was different for me.
Out of the can
Yeah.
does add to the
Yeah.
value of memory.
I don't know if it's more like the scent of it or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you get more of that raisin-y kind of with the can. I don't know.
Catch a whiff of that.
It still tasted amazing.
Yeah.
But I was just, like, I guess I missed that, my fourth one on Totality Day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Cracking the can and, oh, there it is.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
We cracked those at
8
first thing in the morning.
7:38
Damn near.
with our
Yeah.
corn puffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, corn puffs and a Totality Tour. Yeah, we'll have to definitely do that. That would be a fun midsummer event. Although now that I'm thinking about it, why does that date feel like there's something?
Bike race.
It is kind of
It is a Wednesday. Sorry, I was looking at April.
Yeah.
It's a Wednesday. It's a Grattan, but we could do a Grattan. Oh, that'll be at 2 p.m. though.
yeah.
We'll figure something out.
Take the day off. We'll go out to Grattan early.
Yeah, camp out in the
There you go.
grass.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Do a watch party, in the grass at 2 p.m. in the fields of Grattan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some ticks.
Get some
Yeah.
ticks.
Probably be sweating bullets too.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be really hot, no doubt. August 12th.
That might be a cottage week too. Actually, sometimes that week is a cottage week.
Are you talking about Lake Michigan Cottage?
Yeah.
I think that's booked for the last weekend in
Oh,
or
yeah,
week
we're
in July.
talking this summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I was looking at April, so my apologies to the listeners. April 12th is a Sunday. August 12th, 2026 is a Wednesday. So if you are in Spain or traveling to Spain, middle of the week, sunset eclipse. Sounds perfect.
I say we still just take the day off and hang out at Speciation.
Yeah,
Why
heck yeah.
not?
I mean, we could do a morning ride and then just hang out at Speciation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's
And-
an eclipse day.
Yeah.
It's like a holiday.
Yeah. Mandatory.
mhm.
Mandatory time off.
Yeah, we'll figure out something cool. So August 12th, a short eclipse, but definitely will be a memorable one, I think, for those that are lucky enough to witness it, considering the low horizon.
Yeah.
I mean, the 2024 eclipse was lower horizon, but 2017 was like way up there, I felt like. Or was it the other way around? 2024 was pretty high too,
yeah,
wasn't it?
2024 was high up there. 2017 was very high up.
It was and it was far away,
Yeah.
further away, smaller.
Yeah.
Um,
So
more of a black hole look compared to 2024, where you could really still see a lot of the moon. You could see a lot of the ups and downs. So yeah, that's good stuff. I'm excited to hear. I don't know if we know anybody going, but maybe Gordon. I was gonna say maybe Gordon. We'll have to connect with Gordon soon. See how Dr. Telepin's doing.
wasn't John Harris gonna go?
Yeah,
Spain?
he did
He's
mention.
Potentially.
retired now.
Or is he
He's
going to go to the one next
His sister.
next year?
I
'cause
think
it-
his
Eclipse
sister.
of the Century is next year, right?
Yes,
27.
not 7 minutes of totality?
Yeah.
and that also passes through the very southern tip of Spain. I think he mentioned his sister lives in Spain, and so he was going to maybe go there for 2026 or 7 or both.
John, make it happen.
John Harris. We should reach out to him. Maybe have him back on the show, especially now that we can buzz him into StreamYard a little easier than before, when we were like clunking around with like a Zoom interview.
Yeah.
That was never fun. This StreamYard has made things much easier for the video and the guest side of things. But yeah, so as far as eclipses are concerned, this is that 3-year cycle now where it's 26, 27, 28. Pretty cool. And like you said, nothing in the US for another 38 years, or sorry, 18 years. But
I was going to say 38 years. I'm definitely not going to
Yeah.
be here.
Well,
18 years.
I did fast forward as well to 2099. We're actually in totality for 2099.
Yeah.
GR is.
Lake
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. So I'm I might start putting signs up on the street,
I
like
won't be there.
Eclipseville 2099.
Yeah, yes.
Um,
We should
but
buy
yeah,
a website domain.
Yeah, we will not be. I will
Start
not
selling
be
parking
around.
spots in your lawn.
Yeah.
To be
Buy
honest,
now. Get in early.
I think to be honest though, there's a good idea there. And it would be to like
Yeah.
make some Eclipse on Tap merch that's like Grand Rapids 2099.
Yeah, we
like
should.
now. Make it now.
We should totally.
That's our
do that.
T-shirt for the summer.
Let's do
We
it.
should do that.
That'd be sick to just have like, you know how like Hopkinsville totally redid their entire city. Like they took advantage wholeheartedly. And obviously for 24, we were definitely more in the fields of middle Indiana, right? We were definitely in the middle of nowhere. Hopkinsville was at least like a little city. But I think in general, even like every little town's got their little logo and so yeah, we should do something. That'd be so funny. 2099.
I loved our camping spot.
Lights
Oh, it's
out.
perfect.
2099.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's gonna be so funny.
Our camping spot was great. Yeah, that was. We got so lucky.
Oh,
I'm not
so
if
lucky,
we ever
but-
get lucky.
I think it was meant to be.
Yeah, it was. That was a special day. I liked how it was the exact same angle as 2017 too. It really, you could sort of close your eyes and open your eyes and be like, this is the same.
Yeah.
This is the same place. So really, really good stuff. If you haven't been to an Eclipse, go to one, plan for one. And if you're not able to travel internationally, well, 2044 is your ticket. I think that Eclipse, I want to say it's similar to this one this year. It's like an umbral eclipse. So it's got like that kind of goofy C-shaped.
Yeah.
So it's pretty short, but no matter, right? It's in Montana. We're going.
Montana would be so cool.
It's very like the path is so wide, and it like actually, I don't know if it starts in Montana and goes up through Canada, or it's the other way around. But it's like the totality, basically, the path of totality stops like at the border of Montana. Basically, it's weird. So yeah, it's if you look at it on a map, it's and it just kind of swings up into Canada, quite a ways. It actually goes through Alaska, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting path, and it's very, very wide. But it'll be a pretty quick one though.
Let's do it.
So
2044 in Montana.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll be there, no doubt. There'll be a special one back
I might
in the
be bringing
US.
my grandbabies there.
Yeah, 20 or 18 years.
yeah, be
gonna-
late 50s, mid 50s. It's kind of scary, but still be chasing eclipses.
Yep.
I'm crawling up on 45 myself right now.
We'll get there in
Mm.
18 years. We'll definitely feel a lot longer than 7 years, but even
Yeah.
that, to your point, David, it felt long, but at the same time, I know we talked about it in our lead up to that eclipse. It did go by quickly in other ways. You know, there was
Yeah.
sort of like, so time is weird like that. Everyone knows that, but yeah,
One thing's certain, Eclipse on Tap will still be around.
no doubt.
Yeah, I actually found myself like you there's definitely like a post eclipse kind of depression that you go into after
Mhm.
you see totality, because you're just wanting to go back to it again. And of course the trip that you were just on with all the friends and family that so you're like, dang it, I just want to go back. But I actually had a moment where I was thinking about these eclipses in the future last night, and I was thinking about the poor people in Hopkinsville that are never going to see it. They got 2 in a row, 7 years
They were
apart.
spoiled.
Not
Or
Hopkinsville, but Carbondale.
yeah.
Carbondale, but even like Hopkinsville, like even the towns that these eclipses have gone through, that we'll never see another one again. Like that's just kind of that's a heartbreaker. I kind of
Yeah.
feel bad for them.
Well, I mean,
because that's such a even the people of Hopkinsville. That was like,
but think about it. There's got to be places on Earth where there's never been an eclipse.
yeah,
Might be the middle of the ocean, but
Yeah.
there's places on Earth that you've never had an eclipse.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see. I think they have like maps out there of even, like what does that look like if you just put
When was the
every
last
totality path?
When was the last time we had totality in Grand Rapids, Michigan?
oh,
That's a good question. Let's find out. That's
Yeah,
going to be
that's a
definitely
good question. I think
Google.
I think it's quite a long time ago. If not, yeah, it might have never hit there. I don't know.
So maybe
but
what is it? 2044 might be the first time,
2099.
or 99.
Yeah,
Lights out in 2099.
yeah. But you know what I mean? Like I was thinking of like all the people in Hopkinsville and then the people in Carbondale the first year couldn't even really see it because of the clouds and all that kind of stuff in a lot of the areas there.
Yeah,
and
they were
so,
screwed.
That was a bummer, but I think they had good views this year or not this year, but 2024. But yeah.
Yeah, September 14th, 2099, it just said was the next one in Grand Rapids. It's not loading for the rest of the answer.
Come on, chat.
Let me just Google it. 2099 is the next one. When was the last time totality was in Grand Rapids?
1781.
The sun got mooned.
The 2024 was 93.7%, right?
That's not totality.
It's not totality, folks. That's not totality.
Still a lot, but not quite.
Grand Rapids has never experienced a total solar eclipse in modern history.
Well,
oh,
we're not going to be around to see it.
With the last one in immediate vicinity occurring long before the city was ever developed. So 2014, 2099, that's going to be...
Yeah.
I'll be 109, baby.
We're going to
be like 120 something.
We're going to get one go at this. Man, that's... Well, like you said, I mean, there's some spots that never see it. But isn't that crazy, though? Like a place like Carbondale? Like, I mean, I know we've said this about a million times, but two times they get it.
That's
in
7
such
years.
quick frequency, like,
Yeah.
2 years apart or what? No, it was
7 years.
7 years apart, yeah.
But either way, like it just to be at the X marks the spot was insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, 109, like maybe I'll be the guy that's like old and crusty on the news and they're like, he's been waiting.
He's been pissing his pants in the same spot for 2 weeks waiting for it.
He just keeps hanging on.
Hospice is here with him.
Oh. We weren't able to catch an interview from him because couldn't quite understand what he was saying, but
he just drooled.
Something about totality. Who knows? Yeah. But yeah, 2099.
We told you it's coming. We warned you.
Or like in the 2024 video where it was like, we've been preaching about this for 7 years. Do the same thing. But we've been preaching about this for, what would it be?
108 years.
Been preaching about this, you bastards.
I remember in 2026 talking about this. Oh, 75 years ago. I think, what would it be? 2045 to 2099. Is there there's other eclipses in between there in the US or not? I don't know. I can't remember. 2040. Or is that it? 2044, 2045.
That's it.
I would need to look at
if that's it, then we
map.
lived in the golden age of eclipses in the States.
Yeah. Which not a bad age to live in.
No.
We'll look up the whole list perhaps on the break and then talk about that. But yeah, golden age. What a time.
Yeah.
Golden age of eclipses. Golden age of space rockets. Well, I think in the second half we'll talk about Artemis
We
2.
got a lot going on.
But in the meantime, we did want to give a very much needed shout out to Dr. Hubertina Underberg-Ruder, our guest from last episode 90. If you haven't been able to check that out, please do. I mean, if you're a listener of the show, it was awesome. I was so excited and felt so honored to even get a chance to meet her, talk to her.
I was nervous.
Yeah, I was a little nervous too. It was
she cooled my nerves quickly, but like going into it, I was like, oh man, we're talking to Mrs. Underberg. Like, I don't know if my questions are good.
Yeah.
I've got nervous laughs and I've got, but yeah, she was amazing. And I mean, for us, it's really cool to like where we came from. And like, we've talked about a number of times, the way that the relationship with Underberg started with just like a general, like, contact us thing to Underberg, and now to be interviewing Ubertina on our last episode. This is a little bit atypical episode. It wasn't like a normal, but regardless, just a cool experience, and what a cool lady.
Yeah. Cool as a cucumber. Super, I guess very grounded in that company. Like that company has a great balance, and she describes it in the episode of really understanding the emotion behind their brand and leaning into that and understanding their audience, but also being very serious about making a product that's the same every time. It's very pure. It's using, she mentioned, all organic herbs, all these things. And so they strike that balance of feeling like a small family company, but on a pretty large scale. Yeah. And it was a special episode. So please tune into that if you're a listener of the show, or if you're an Underberg fan and maybe this is your first time listening. It's a good time to follow Eclipse on Tap, because that episode last month in January was a pretty awesome one. Definitely probably the biggest interview that we've done on the show, and excited to see where that one goes. So I was also very impressed with her own sort of hobby passion for the cosmos, it seemed, right?
Yeah.
She's
talking about like she goes to the family, I think it was the family cottage.
Yeah, it was like her sister's house or something.
Something like that. Pulls out the bed out into the night sky and just lays there and looks up. Like, that sounds pretty amazing. I think I'd like that.
In the Swiss Alps. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and her perspective on how fragile we are. I think that's something that like a lot of the astronauts and anyone who spends time looking out in the night sky has an appreciation for, that we're not bulletproof, and that without the sun we can't do anything.
And without the sun we're just a rock floating in space.
I just liked how she brought that up and had an appreciation for the sun, and honestly, without that, there's nothing here.
So quit fighting over everything, people.
Yeah.
It's like the macro scale approach that she was describing. And I think she called it, I love that in German, she called it eagle view. And we call it bird's eye view here, but I love that. The idea of just zooming out and looking at things from afar, and certainly put into the context of the sun, which she was of course describing. It's a powerful thought exercise just on a normal day to just zoom out a little bit, get a little bit of additional perspective in that way, and ground yourself in it. And it was nice to hear her talk about that. I was impressed. And we, for those that listen to the episode, and you can probably know where that was, is sort of the back half of the podcast, but at the very end, this is like a little maybe sneak peek for the next time we interview her. Hopefully that will be sometime soon. She has a lot of other stuff, like a lot of other passions, I think, within that realm. She go much deeper, I guess, is what I'm getting at, than we were even able to go into on that first conversation. So wonderful lady, great company, great brand. I feel more proud than ever to be representing Underberg in the way that we do. I think that you mentioned that, David, it just felt really nice to form that connection with her, and for her to see what we do too. So it was just overall a great day and a lot of fun. So
quick shout out to Patrick Brain,
mm-hmm.
Underberg's director of U.S. sales. I don't know if that's
North American, I think.
Yeah. Either North American sales, whatever. If that's not your official title, Patrick, I apologize. But you facilitated getting her on here, and so a big shout out to Patrick for that. That was awesome.
Yeah. Patrick's he's the best, and it's a special brand. I think all of our listeners know what we're talking about when we talk about Underberg. But if you're a new listener, of course, it's an herbal digestif. It's a German product. Check out episode 90 to learn way more about it. She did such a good job of explaining the story, the narrative of her family, right? 5th generation, her great-great-great-grandfather was the founder. And it's that's wild.
Started the company on their wedding day.
Yeah. So cool.
Let's get married and start a business. All right.
Yeah. Some pretty special stories in that episode. So just wanted to give that a shout out as we phase into our Berg break here. It's a good segue.
Yeah, let's have Berg.
The Berg break, sponsored by none other than Underberg. You see it in the top left of our screen here. We'll keep popping it up there. They are such an essential part of what we do, or supporting what we do, I should say, with the Eclipse on Tap podcast and cycling team and all the above. So we'll give them a big cheers. Cheers to Hubertina for her time last month in episode 90. We'll take a Berg break here and be back with you in a few minutes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Do you hear that, folks? That's the sound of bees. It's a familiar sound, and it's the sound of bees enjoying honey. And it's not the honey that you go from the store with the little teddy bear. That teddy bear is overrated. You got to get yourself some Michigan Bee Co.
Pure raw honey like David's got sitting in front of him.
You guys can't have any of my Michigan
No.
Bee Co. honey.
A live taste
Just have
test
a
right
little
here.
sample. Look at this. Look at this.
He's going.
He's digging in.
Both hands.
This is the pure raw honey that the bees enjoy. Just as the co-host of Eclipse on Tap, and you should as well.
So good.
Michigan Bee Co. 4th generation beekeeper John Ebers. He knows what he's doing.
Since 1922.
It's unfiltered.
It's good
It's
stuff.
raw. It's what the bees enjoy.
Get some at any local proprietor,
Yes.
Meyer, or any of your local markets.
All right. We are back from the break, the Berg break,
That
where
bird was tasty.
we just had
very
an
good.
Underberg with you all. That's the beauty of the video. We're trying that out. The break, take a Berg, listen to the lovely music by Dan Hurst, and move into the second half of what we're doing. Underberg is the best at that. If you're eating a gigantic meal or out on a long ride or something like we were discussing with Hubertina last month, it's the perfect thing that just gets you a little bit back into what you're doing for the second half of your activity. So it's an amazing product. Herbal digestif, the most famous bitters in all the world.
I feel bright and
Boom.
alert now.
It's appropriate for basically any time, any location,
Yeah.
whatever you're doing.
It's absolutely
appropriate.
timeless.
Yes.
No matter who you're with.
Yeah.
You make friends. I mean, just show up with a pocket full of Bergs.
Yeah. People, somebody there will know, and you'll make a friend.
Yeah.
So
We should do that at Barry.
I rode Barry with one last year.
I'm for sure gonna do that this year. I think I did it last year.
I might have
But-
had two. We definitely did one before the race.
I definitely,
Yeah.
I remember doing that with Dikema.
Yeah.
That'd be a good warm up, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
probably-
All these dorks out there riding, getting their intervals in before the race, and we just have a Berg.
I
And
think
go
we
to the
c-
start.
I think we can smash that 36 this year.
Oh yeah,
We
we have
fun.
we have a chance at winning.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, all of us have been training pretty well.
Yeah, we've been
I have
riding
more
hard.
mileage in already right now on February 13th than I had at the start line of Barry last year.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think I had like 500 miles in last year at the start of Barry.
I
Yeah.
did not.
It's
Uh,
I'm
it's been a hot
at
start.
close to 800, I think, for this year.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah.
keep it going, boys.
Yeah, we do.
It's the consistency.
Last year I think I finished the year with like a little over 7,100 miles, which was I think my previous best was like 4,300. And so for this year, I wanted to like set a goal, but set a goal that was realistic, right? I'm not going to be riding much more than I did last year. So I was like, I'll do 7,500. Why, like that? It's not that much more, but it's still something to go for. And it is a little stressful because like we're all doing like 130, 140 mile weeks on Zwift. And then you look at your progress, and I think I'm like 16 miles ahead of plan, which is great. But it's like always so close. He's like, it'll tell you on Strava that you're either ahead or
Well,
behind on your plan.
The tough thing is, like,
Ah,
this time of year, you're not like, oh, I'm going to go do 50 miles. But
right.
once the weather breaks and we're out for like a Saturday to ride,
Or like a
We'll
ride
go
out to the beach, or yeah.
yeah, you go out and do 45, 50 miles, no problem. And all of a sudden you're
Exactly.
caught up. For me last year, like, again, going into Barry, I think I had 500 miles. And even early spring, I think I crested 1,000, like maybe late May.
Yeah.
But then I picked up, I had that, my week when my family was gone, and
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, all right, I'm going to like put in some miles here. And I kept it going after they got back. And that's where I kind of like rounded the bend and started getting some fitness and feeling like strong again. So
Yeah.
we can do it. We can do it.
Oh yeah. The
Don't
30
don't
yeah.
fret over Zwifting.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to come. The weather's going to break. Give us a month from now, mid-March, we could be looking at outdoor rides.
Totally. The thing I'm looking
Possible.
forward to this year, I'm not like in any way getting overly structured with my training to the point where it's like something that takes up a lot of my mental energy. Absolutely not. If there's a time where it's like I kind of planned on doing this today and something's come up, like I'm gonna do whatever's coming up. I'm not gonna be like, oh, sorry, actually I can't. I have a Zwift ride planned. But last year I rode a lot more, but I felt like I had a good year overall, but especially at Grattan in particular, I felt like I didn't have like the little zing and pep that I needed off the, like a little punchiness. And I think it's because I was doing a lot of just steady state miles, like over and over again, right? And so this year it's a little bit more of like a consistent cadence with some little harder punchier workouts and things like that, races and stuff. And I'm interested to see, because that 36, that cohort of racers is the same. It's that Michigan Gravel Race Series, right? You've got short, medium, long, and ultra long for the different categories. The primary distance that we've done for years, what is it, 62? 65?
65.
They advertise it as 62. It's 65.
It's 65 for sure. That is the long distance, but the medium distance, all of the races later in the summer that like Cedar Blitz, Cow Pie Classic, all of those like have a 30-ish mile medium distance, and then now they all have like a longer one, and they also have a ultra one. But point is that group that races the 36 at Barrie is very similar in a lot of ways to the group that races the 32 at Cow Pie Classic or the 34 at Cedar Blitz, whatever. And in those types of races, we've like come very close to winning, like on a couple of occasions.
And all of us are doing the 36.
Exactly. So we had not only have the team,
not only us, but like Jordan.
Yes. Yeah. We have firepower.
I mean,
and
we're I don't want to put pressure on us, but
no,
if I was on the outside looking in, I'd say, well, Eclipse on Tap is all doing the 36. They're kind of the favorites for this.
And we're all training.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun. Is my whole point is that the 36 from a competition standpoint it's not like you're trying to go out and win the 62. Let's say that, right? Like you're in a cohort of racers that's competitive and everything, but it's probably a little bit more like Grattan, right?
Yeah.
Like where you're like, we could win this, and that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be really fun. So
Have we talked about
we can.
the helmet sponsorship on the podcast? Let's talk about that right now.
Yeah, we're talking cycling
because we got an announcement to make. Eclipse on Tap along with Underberg. We've talked about it a lot last year when we wrapped our helmets. We get the new wraps.
Oh, there's a nice crack.
There you go.
I also have this beer too. I'm gonna crack.
We wrapped our helmets, and that kind of it gained some traction. It got some attention within the cycling community.
It was hot.
Yeah. And the end of the season rolls around. At Iceman, it's kind of when this all kind of came together, but got talking with the two-time defending champ of Barrie 65, David Brower.
The real Barrie, yeah.
Yeah. The 65 miler. David Brower's won it the last 2 years, and we got talking with him. He's a guy that he reached out to me a number of years ago and wanted to get onto Bissell's. I take that back. He wanted to get on the team that we were on, and so I invited him out to ride with us, and I think we went to Underground or something. We just,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
he was like,
and he shows
teenager.
up. And I didn't know him. He shows up, and I'm like, this is a trail that we ride all the time, and I'm pushing the pace, and I couldn't lose the guy, and I was like, okay, he's the real deal on a mountain bike.
Yeah,
and he's since not. I mean, that was probably 7 years ago or so.
I think he was literally like 16.
Yeah,
wasn't
he wasn't very old.
Yeah,
and so it's like, all right, this guy has got the skills, and he's developing, kind of the long-term power or whatever. So ended up getting him onto the team that we were on and supporting him. And then he's since spun off. He's got his own deal with he's got a real estate agent.
He's a privateer.
Yeah, he's a privateer in gravel. But we got talking at Iceman, and he was like, dude, those helmets are dope, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, your kit would look really cool if you had one. So proud to announce that Eclipse on Tap and Underberg are sponsoring helmets for I think it's called Dragon Adventure Racing.
I think he's got so he and his two teammates, they're calling it Red Bender Racing.
Red Bender.
And then I think their lead sponsor is
Remax
and Dragon
Adventure.
Adventure. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Dragon Adventure.
yeah, look for them this year.
Yeah. You'll see
these guys are
them.
hitters. They go to David's alumnus or David's
alma
mater.
Yeah.
Marion. They all ride for Marion, but they are going to be rocking the EOT Underberg helmets at all your Midwest and national gravel and mountain bike events.
Hell yeah. It's going to be sick.
They are the little EOT urban achievers.
Yes.
We had been talking about this for a long time, doing a developmental or supporting young urban athletes,
young and up and coming athletes.
But this is finally happening.
Little urban achievers.
Yeah.
We had a good time with them at Iceman. They came over to our house and hung out and everything.
His
good group of dudes.
Yeah, his two teammates are nice guys, all very talented cyclists. The one teammate of his took top 20 at Iceman, in the pro race, which was
David was top 15 last year, wasn't he?
Yeah,
like 12th or something.
12th or something last year.
Yeah.
And I think this year he was still maybe like top 30, but his one teammate, I think was like 18th or something, or 15th. We had a guy top 22, Nolan 17th.
That's right.
It was sick.
And what did Nolan rode 3,000 miles last year?
He's a beast. That dude's an absolute
and
beast.
he just can go out and red line for an hour and
take 17th
2 hours
at Iceman.
Yeah.
With a field of all those Canadian dudes that came in were last minute ads, and they all race U23 World Tour, XCO stuff. Those dudes are legit. So yeah, it was cool. So anyway, the David Brower and his team, Red Bender Racing, I think they've got an Instagram, at Red Bender Racing or something like that. Or I think David Brower has got his social media too. But hopefully soon you'll see, the helmet. It's going to be sort of a la Red Bull in the Tour de France. See Wout van Aert and Tom Pidcock. Yes, their team has a helmet. Probably sucks. The design sucks. And then they have the Red Bull helmet, and you're like, those guys are sweet.
Oh yeah. Oh, Red Bender's rocking the Underberg Eclipse on tap helmet. Oh
yeah, and maybe in a couple of years, Wout will be rocking this skin on his helmet.
Vanderpool doesn't have a helmet skin yet, so I mean, there's still opportunity there.
No, Tade doesn't either. So
true.
Hey,
Tade.
There's a prime opportunity right there.
You know who does, and it's not a good look, is Jonas Vingegaard.
Oh yeah, that
what does he
Danish
have?
flag.
It's like a Danish company
or something.
It's a Danish bank or a Danish company, but the helmets, it's the involvement is cool.
Alien.
It's just it's the Danish flag just spread over the helmet. It looks like something you might wear at the Olympics or at a World Championships, which is cool. But for everyday racing and riding, it doesn't look cool.
Well, it just doesn't look good. I mean, he's a little baby. He's just a little. He's just a little guy.
Just a wee
he
lad.
kind of looks like an alien to begin with,
Yeah.
and you throw that big ass helmet that's all red and white,
Yeah.
and he looks like an alien.
And I remember thinking, why is he wearing that? It's not a World Championships. It's not the Olympics. What is he doing? And then I come to find out, it's this sponsor.
I did the
they
same
thought
thing.
This was a good idea.
I had to
look
look up, why does he have a different helmet than all of his teammates?
Yeah.
And then find out it's some Danish company.
Yeah, for sure. It was goofy. So it's definitely a trend in cycling. We're excited to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Because we are. We're
trendsetters over here at EOT.
Yeah. So you'll see the helmet maybe across first on the finish line at Barrie 62 this year again for the three-peat.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Three-peat would be massive. We may throw in a bonus, David, if you win your third in a row.
You can have a case of Underberg.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking to me. I'm like,
No.
No. 36.
I'm looking to be helpful this year as opposed to last year. So if I can be fit enough to be helpful,
I think we're gonna play a big part in the 36 race.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's what I'm saying. At Cedar Blitz last year, I attacked with Luke from what's their team called? Michigan Dirt Racing, MDR, and we got away. He and I got away in a break for like 10 minutes almost, and then we got caught by a group of 10 or 12, and we rode the entire race with a group of 14.
Yeah.
And I took 5th or something. So that's very much possible. Obviously, you have a bigger race. You have more people in it. I totally get that. But a couple of years ago, like Graham from New Archive, I think took second, or maybe maybe he won it. I can't remember. But point is we can be in this. We can get this. We can work it.
I can get the old mojo back. I think.
Right. I was on the podium of the 65 not that long ago. It was like 2018 or 19. I was on the podium of the big race. So
hell yeah,
we're not far removed from good results at Barrie.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And hey, we did well as a team at Iceman.
We did
on the age podiums. We all
we were podiums. Yeah,
myself.
Podiums across the board. Zolke.
Yeah, Zolke.
Dikema.
I don't really honestly care about anything you guys are talking about other than Grattan.
The
Grattan podium is what matters most.
Hey, that's another place I think we're going to do well this year.
Yeah, we'll have it's going to be a good season.
Yeah. It's all that matters in my heart. So
yeah.
Le Tour. So yeah, so the cycling side it's going to be fun. I mean, you can probably get the sense. We're looking forward to spring. Like the snows, we've had enough. So I'm sooner than later. We'll be outside.
Make one more big announcement. Eclipse on Tap is very pleased to welcome a new rider.
Yes.
Hasn't made official or a public yet, but we're going to make it a public official announcement right now. A good friend of ours, going back to another team that we all used to ride for, reached out to me, Josh Concannon, who now resides in Traverse City, and he was looking for a team, and he's going to be joining us in 2026 on the gravel mountain bike. He might do some road too.
Yeah, for sure.
But great dude. And when he reached out, I went to you guys and I was like, hey, what do you think? And it was a unanimous. If we're going to bring anybody on, that's the type of dude we want to bring on. So welcome aboard, Josh.
Absolutely. It's going to be awesome to have Josh on board. He is a great guy, but also someone I used to race with a lot for like probably 3 or 4 years straight, like every Cat 3-4 race in the state. Like he and I were racing together and got to know him well. And yeah, just a good dude. And now that he's up north, obviously he's not, we saw him at Barrie last year, but it's fewer and far between. But of course, now with him being on the team, that won't be the case as much. He'll be more of a connection. So excited to have Josh aboard. He's also an absolute beast. And I believe, I think he's won the Clydesdale division at Iceman a few times. And
he was in my group for a long period of time at Iceman this year.
Okay.
I caught him.
Yep.
Probably around Williamsburg, and we rode together. And then coming into the finish, we got separated. But I caught him. I was like, Concannon, is that you? It's Nathan Williams. He's like, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
So we had a good time riding a good portion of Iceman together.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to have him aboard. So yeah, perfect. And just as you said, like obviously, like just as you said, Nathan, but the team generally, it's a small group, it's tight knit, all of that. And so when he reached out, like you said, it was just like he's someone that I would absolutely say yes to for being a part of what we've got going on in Eclipse on Tap. He just fits the mold. So pumped to have him around.
Like we talked about with Dan when he was on, like we gotten to a point with this where it's like, I don't know, how big do we want to make it? Like we've all been a part of a massive team, and I want to have my friends and I want to have, a good community, but do we extend it outside of our like kind of inner circle or whatever? But when he came to us, it was like, yeah, definitely got to do it.
And a part of it too is like just like managing a group or managing managing a team, managing a world tour team. It's like a big task, right?
It is.
No, but obviously like that's just part of it too, right?
Yeah, it makes it not more complicated, but like it just adds more people that you got to loop into everything.
And naturally, like, and I think a lot of people can probably understand this. Like the three of us as co-hosts of this podcast, and as like our group, we don't want to ever be too far from our nucleus, I feel like.
Right.
And that's sort of like what we've been able to achieve, and Josh fits right into that. So I'm excited. We'll probably end up seeing him at Barrie, I'm assuming. He raced that Berry last year with us, and a fellow up north. We've got a
TC
little
boy.
Yeah, TC is now. We're now like a little more on the map up in TC.
Yeah,
let's go.
We got DG, we got Josh, we got Alex and Caitlin over kind of the eastern up north.
Our up north squad.
Yep,
we're expanding.
It's going to be a good season in 2026. So be on the lookout for the EOT pink and navy, or the green and brown, of course, our kit that we introduced last year. Will be. I don't know if we've announced that. Perhaps does that make sense to announce now?
Go ahead.
What's that?
Our kit.
Yeah.
Same as last year. We're rocking it again, running it back, baby, because it was awesome. Pink on top, navy on bottom, in sort of our Grattan look, and then of course for most of the races that we did in the dirt, gravel and whatnot, green on top, brown on the bottom. It was an exciting look, sort of the home and away jersey, if you will. And so running it back for year 2 with the Underberg helmets. It's a clean and crispy look we're pretty pumped about. So that'll be good.
It's timeless, and I'm in love with like the brown bibs. I love that look.
They're nice.
Yeah,
they're good.
And I'm not going to go any further, but there could be upgrades coming.
Okay,
we'll leave it at that. Teaser.
Okay.
And I'm excited to get back in that lined fleece Warney long sleeve. Just get me back in that thing. It's it feels like home.
Yeah.
At this point. So
I got to try mine on.
Oh, you just got one in the fall, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yankee Springs
sure
TT.
Did.
Ooh, I might do that.
It's fun last year.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Got one of those. I recently just got some new gravel tires coming too.
Nice.
40s. I'm gonna try some.
What'd you pick up?
Hell yeah.
They're Pirelli.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the Centerado.
Centerado.
That's what I
race ones. So I
gum
got
wall?
those. Gum wall on those, and then I got tires.
I saw you
too.
criticize me for my silver wall.
Yeah, I got some. I also got a better cassette for going up some of the hills at Berry. So I'm not going to be rocking a 25 tooth in the back anymore.
Good thought.
So I think I'm prepared. I wanted to get all that stuff ready now as opposed to like next month, because it'll be a bit of a scramble for sure a month beforehand. So I'll have plenty of time now to assemble that.
We got new bikes in the Steed too. I saw I saw Haas's new bike before he's seen it.
Oh,
yeah, it's in the stable over at one of the local
in the stable
distributorships.
Yeah, one of the local distributorships, and it's a great looking bike from what I saw the photo of. I haven't seen it in person.
Yeah, it's
the photo
dope.
online.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a Madone, right?
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Yeah. So some new bikes out there in the Peloton this year. Look for Eclipse on tap. You'll see that navy,
making waves.
That pink, boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be fun. So, but what you'll probably also notice if you're watching on video as we go down our rabbit hole of cycling. And again, I feel like I like it honestly because it's indicative of where we're at with this winter. We're just like it's like coming out. We're exuding this need to just be outside, and I miss the sun. Today's sun in Western Michigan, if you were out and about, was very pleasant. And it's
it's bad when I'm doing like 30-mile bike rides on the trainer. I'm ready.
We're in the dog days.
I've been like every time I see you, I'm like, dude, you're doing like 30, 40 miles on the trainer. What's gotten into you?
Yeah,
I haven't seen this in years, David.
I know. I just kind of got like January. I got a little bit of I'm like, you
got a little bit of a beer belly, and you said, okay, I'm gonna buckle down.
Yeah, I did, and I also was just kind of like, I just want to feel good on the bike again, but consistently. The last like handful of years, I have not actually ridden that much in the years, but I've been running on top of it, so I've stayed in decent shape. This past year, I really didn't ride until like September, October. So like I rode throughout the summer, but it was like very few. Like I did there's just a lot going on this year. So I just didn't honestly at the end of Grattan, I only had like 1,800 miles in, and then I got like 1,000 more miles in just in the fall.
Yeah.
And I for the life of me just could not go hard at all. Like we did Lowell 50, could not go hard. I was just immediately in the red zone. So I just want to get the legs back, get them moving, and also just it feels good to be feeling good and be able to contribute, and not just be
Trying
like
to survive.
hating life the whole time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I know I have it in me still. It's just it takes consistent riding to do it, and I haven't really been motivated to do it until I got I got the stomach flu. I lost like 7 pounds, and
Here's my kickstart.
literally
Get
like
me on a saddle.
right after that happened, I was like, I just want to like get back healthy and in shape again. And then I just like every day I've made the time to do it and the commitment to do it, and it helps to have like the Zwift bike. That
Yeah.
definitely is a motivator too. But and I have a basement to do it in now, as opposed to my living room.
That's a
in
huge
the condo. So
difference. Yeah.
yeah,
I think I
just
talked
wanna-
to you about that like in the fall, like
Yeah.
just having a designated place that it's like, okay, I can go here. I'm not like in the middle, especially you being like newly married and your wife like being in the living room or whatever. Like, all right, I'm gonna get on the trainer in the living room. Like having a place you can go and get on the bike is huge.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, all right, I'm gonna go down there, I'm gonna knock out my ride, and then I'll see you at dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
anyway.
definitely a big motivator. So it's going to be a good season.
Yep.
Is what you're hearing.
Yep.
And
And a
and-
good season for space.
a good season for space. I was actually a quick segue. I'm going to crack this beer here. This is another one that is space themed. We had Megabev, a local proprietor in Grand Rapids, actually had a lot of space beers, and I was impressed because it gave me the vibe from like 2018, 2019, when you were going to Horrocks and getting like 15 different space beers and like all these different designs. Long story short, this one, Bottle Logic Brewing, which is located in Anaheim, California. Fuzzy Logic brand. It's like a play on a sticker that you'd see at the store on a piece of fruit. And it is a hazy peach IPA, a little bit out there. And it's very space themed. They got a lunar lander on here. They have a peach that is being orbited by. I like that it's not orbited by just a spaceship, but if you look there, it's like a command module of like a Mercury
That's cool.
orbiting
I like
around
that.
the. It stood out to me in the
Oh,
store
that's cool.
because I feel like a lot of brands would be like, "Oh yeah, put a space rocket." you know? But that's like a
Yeah.
legit like Mercury 2 capsule. So this one comes in at. Does it say? It has to say, right?
We're 7-2 on the first.
It's got to say somewhere.
Come
oh,
on.
there it is. 7-1. 7-1. Anaheim, California. Yeah, no real rundown on this guy, but Fuzzy Logic. Cheers to Bottle Logic for putting out a space beer. Why not?
While you crack that, I'm gonna get into what people might be viewing
Yes.
as they look at our table here. D. Will
Yeah.
picked up. Where did you get this? Christmas?
No, so I picked this up from the Lego store.
Oh.
We have a Lego store at the mall here. So I got it as a celebration of Artemis 2, which was supposed to have already launched, but now delayed until March.
Yeah,
Which is fine. I have time to build this thing up before
Yeah.
the launch now.
exactly. It'll
So-
be awesome. It's an amazing Lego
Yeah.
though. It's such a good design. I feel like in the way that you turn the little
So it's a
lever.
Yeah.
it's an Artemis 2 rocket.
It's
Yeah.
just it's the Artemis.
I'm on the
rocket, but-
Spanish speaking side of this, and it says Espacio.
Yeah. So
Espacio.
this whole thing actually is very cool to me because I got to actually see like the Orion capsule. I got to see a splash landing test. So the whole thing is kind of like, oh, I saw like that one of the early tests in like 2017. So this is going to be really cool. This Artemis 2, I mean, Artemis 1 was cool because they still did a lap around the moon and got some really cool photos, but this is going to be even more so just because there's going to be humans. But I got it as a celebration of that. When I first saw this, the ad for this Lego set, I was like, I have to have it because that you can turn the wheel and it takes off and then separates all the boosters and all that kind of stuff. So
by EP 92, we're gonna have this built and on the table.
yeah, and I wanted to even have a building session if you guys want.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna have it built.
Because I also have a solar or a moon and a sun and an Earth set as well that we should build. So maybe it might take a couple days. You guys want to sleep over? You can do that. But.
Sorry, kids. Dad's gonna be over at Uncle David's for 2 days.
I've seen the moon or the sun and moon and Earth one also has like a mechanism in it, right? Where you twist it daily and it like actually moves the orbits around.
It's got like a little like handle that you turn again, and so it based on the month it'll you just rotate it based on the month that you're in.
I would love to see that because I'm always fascinated. Like the kids are asking me like, days are getting longer. Why are the days getting longer? It's like, well, the orbit of Earth, we're now getting to a point where we're not angled away from the sun, but angled more towards the sun. So when you get ready for school in the morning, it's going to be a little bit lighter. When we get ready for dinner, it's going to be a little bit lighter. And soon when we get ready for bed, it's going to be a little bit lighter. They've been very curious about that. They're starting to notice kind of what's going on outside of the home. Like it's light out and we're going to school. So
that's cool.
That model would be cool to show them just why it's getting lighter.
Yeah.
The physical reality of being like, what, we're making our way back around. It's a really cool, that's a cool Lego. There's a guy at work who has one on top of his desk. And I feel like I've seen him change the dial like on, at the turn of the new month. It's cool.
Yeah. They have an I think they have like a full solar system version of it. This one's just the Earth, moon, and sun. And then I also brought the Saturn V has not previously been in the pub.
Oh man,
that was upstairs. I brought it back down, dusted it off. So
where it belongs.
Yep.
In its rightful home.
It's in its rightful home. But yeah, that's like the last big. No, we did build the Porsche Lego, right?
We did, the Porsche Lego.
But the Saturn V was really the last mega Lego. So the Artemis will be a perfect thing to build in advance of the launch. And as you said, David, February was really going to be the Artemis 2, the mission start, right? Like we were all looking forward to it. They did log a couple of tests. They put the entire rocket out to the pad, which was super exciting to see. Some amazing photos. Gives you such a sense of scale for how large this thing is, right? We see people launching up like they did today. We can talk about that. SpaceX launched 2 astronauts up to the ISS.
How big is Artemis in comparison to Starship?
I think it's, let me look up. There's a good side to side.
Pretty comparable.
I think it's very comparable, if not maybe a little bigger with the antenna on top. Let's see.
Might be slightly taller with the antenna.
So the SLS, the Space Launch System, is the rocket, and it's just a tick smaller, like the antenna wise, a little bit bigger. Maybe the command module and the antenna's worth of Saturn V shorter. And the Starship is a slight bit bigger than the Saturn V even. So of the 3, SLS, Starship, and Saturn V, it would rank Starship largest, slightly smaller is Saturn V, slightly smaller is SLS, but they're all, enormous.
Okay.
They're all within, probably 100 feet of each other, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, or not 100, 50 feet of each other. So it's an enormous rocket. And they had some issues on the pad, though, with their testing, their rehearsal. They were going to do a wet dress rehearsal, meaning they loaded 700,000 gallons of hydrogen fuel into the rocket, and they were T-5 on their wet dress rehearsal. Fuel is loaded. We're going to run through as if we were about to launch this thing, and then we'll stop. T-5 to press, at the end of the test, and they realized there was a leak. And I think there was a interesting stat. Let me yank it back up here.
I wonder if it's like possible that thing could have just completely exploded with that leak, even if it was just a test. You know what I mean? Like you just
You got humans in it?
Yeah, they're not messing around for sure with 4 humans going up, of course. But yeah, so they waved. What's interesting too is like they pressed it. So they pressed it hard to the end there. After the wet dress rehearsal, they would have been go for launch. And it's not to say that like they would have launched, like they still would have had the same countdown structure. Eventually that hydrogen leak probably would have been found out, but because it was such a dramatic fail of that wet dress rehearsal, they didn't scrub the launch for like weather, like you see, where it's like, okay, we're planning to launch on this day, but we're going to launch like 2 days from now.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, we're scrapping February. Like February is out. We'll perhaps continue in March. And
I thought I saw something for like late March.
yeah, I think there's not been a specific date yet, but the good news is, as of yesterday, February 12th, a Thursday, not really in the mainstream news so much, but they did do an unannounced fueling test to see if the fix that they had conducted to this hydrogen leak source worked. And I don't know what the results were there. It says analysis still needs to be conducted on the next Artemis 2 fueling test. So they did it. Did it work? We don't know. But
So the technical fix was Gorilla Glue.
what's the one? Flex Seal.
Yeah.
Just Billy Mays.
Yeah, Billy Mays.
Billy Mays. Here.
Billy Mays.
Billy
Yeah.
Mays here. What the
I mean,
fuck?
he made a boat out of a screen door, so that stuff probably works pretty good.
NASA,
Yeah.
take notes.
Oh, Flex Seal. Billy Mays.
Yeah.
Billy Mays is like on the pad.
Who
With
was the
his-
guy before him? What was his name that did all the like infomercial type
Oh,
stuff?
I don't know.
Billy Mays was always the one guy that I remembered, right? Billy
Oh,
Mays here.
there's a guy that passed away that was before him. I forgot his name.
I think Billy Mays passed away too,
Yeah, Billy
unfortunately.
Oh, did
Mays
he?
passed away,
Yeah.
too.
Maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he unfortunately, it was pretty young. I think like in his late 50s or something like
He
that.
unfortunately drowned with a boat with a screen door as a floor.
Yeah. Flex Seal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully Artemis gets back on track. It sounds, I mean, I'm sure that they'll have to eventually announce the results of this kind of sneaky unannounced test that they did yesterday. The new launch window, yeah, it says, actually it says it could open up as early as March 2026 if they nail the next wet dress rehearsal. So the first thing that they failed that caused them to go into this little spin cycle is rescheduled for next Friday, which would be the 20th. The 20th.
Yeah.
So it's scheduled for next Friday.
Yeah.
And so we could see, if that goes well, a launch as early as March 3rd.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think the article I saw was that they were trying to get it out. Again, pending all of these tests going well, but prior to the end of March.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. I'd have to do the research on it, but I don't know. Is there a point at which, like, are they trying to hit a specific time of the year for this? Are they trying to hit it where it's maybe the moon's a little bit closer, like
Mhm.
at a specific time of the year, that kind of thing? I guess that's the other part of it. I'm not really sure why they picked February for this.
And they're going to do 2 laps around the moon and
I
then
don't-
back.
I think something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. But they're going to be going well beyond like where the Apollo had been orbiting the moon on the far side.
Well, and
Um,
well beyond where we've been since what, the 70s?
Yeah, Apollo 17 was the last time
Yeah.
humans have been that far. But
Yeah.
The orbit will be a lot further away when they do the laps
Of the moon.
around the moon. Yeah.
Because
So-
they're going to check out the alien base on the dark side of the moon.
That's a good question. I don't know. You'll have to submit that to NASA.
Yeah.
Houston,
But-
we're seeing in the lens here something tic tac shaped.
I hesitate to get into this, but I got into a rabbit hole on, I think, Instagram the other night, and it was on like one of the UFO dailies or UFO something, and it was talking about how the moon is not originally part of Earth, or it was brought here, so it is a motorized object. And it was brought here like 15,000 years ago, and it's hollow. And so there inside the moon is all of these like
Joysticks.
well, and then they like tried showing like, oh yeah, on the backside of the moon you see this area here, and this is the projectile, or this is where they anchored and they towed
This
it
is
here.
the muffler.
Yeah. But there is speculation about like I saw another thing where like the Apollo astronauts were talking about, or maybe it wasn't them talking about it, but there was like speculation afterwards or some type of report that came out afterwards where they encountered something on the moon and they were told not to come back. And that's, the conspiracy theorists are saying, well, that's why we haven't been back since the 70s. Like, otherwise, why did we just cut it off in the 70s and never go back until 2026?
Because it cost a shit ton of money.
Exactly. and there's not a whole lot of research that can be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was down a rabbit hole. What can I say? And so the moon was towed here 15,000 years ago.
You were down a very far rabbit hole. Yeah. On YouTube, or where was it?
It was either YouTube or Instagram, I think.
You don't even remember where you were.
No, I was down that deep. But I did find it amusing. They were like, they had some guy on that was like, "Oh yeah, it was brought here 15,000 years ago." I was like, "Hey asshole, how do you know?"
Yeah,
I just know.
Well, no, it's proven in the book of.
yeah.
Oh, that's intense. The moon in general has been, of course, like up for or the moon travel. Of course, we've talked about this before. There's a lot of people out there, unfortunately, that don't believe the moon landings existed, and they feel like it was what the speculations that it's more or less a Hollywood set. But then you watch the interviews with Gene Cernan and Jim Lovell and these dudes, like,
I think
they were there.
And I fully believe that they were there. However, I think that there was some effery with some of the footage because some of the stuff is a little weird on the footage of the moon landing. And NASA even admitted it, like that some of the stuff was filmed in like a theater type
test
area, warehouse somewhere. But I just feel like they some of the spacewalks, some of the moon stuff was filmed. Not the stuff that was broadcast when they landed on the moon, but I just feel like, all right, if you already had footage that was done in some warehouse somewhere, what's to say you didn't like dub some of that into the footage to make it better,
Oh. So you're saying they did some filming while they were testing before they even went.
Yeah.
And it might have been like from their perspective, it could have been like, we are in the 70s, data bandwidth.
Well, and like they didn't know that, if the footage is actually going to work, like, are they going to be able to stream it back to Earth? You're talking about 1960s and 70s technology, not modern technology of like streaming video. Totally. So if we can't get video of it, do we have to have a backup that's taken in a warehouse somewhere so that we can broadcast something?
Yeah.
And then that's where some of the stuff you're like, I don't know, maybe it's modified a little bit. I don't know.
Or like appended. Yeah. Interesting. For sure. And hopefully soon we'll have Artemis 3. I don't know. I think 3 is maybe what they're planning on for landing. Where we'd have, I think it is like 3 4K streamed footage, which would be it'd be so cool. It would be.
Oh, can you imagine like today's technology, like actually seeing the thing land versus what we saw then?
Yeah, I might cry, honestly.
Yeah,
when that happens. Like when Falcon Heavy launched, it was like such an emotional moment because we were like, "Holy shit, this thing is crazy!"
NASA, like, take the memo right now. Land where they planted the U.S. flag so that we can prove that we were there before.
Yes, for sure. There, boom, done. That would be awesome to find some artifacts. Like Charlie Duke's family photo is on there. And...
No, because somebody's gonna say that the new launch and landing's fake, and that it's just a whole.
It's like a Mad Mike type is gonna say.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Like, they're not actually there anyway.
Old Mad Mike Hughes.
Oh yeah, Mad Mike. We used to do a monthly update on Mad Mike.
Yeah, checking in on Mad Mike, and then
why did he have to go? That was so fun talking about him.
I know, and going the way in that way too.
I mean, I can't say I'm.
Why
surprised.
did he have to go? Well, he did build a homemade rocket
and launch inside of it himself.
Yeah,
in an attempt to try to prove that the Earth was flat.
Yeah, that's the definition of insanity. I'm sorry, no disrespect, Mad Mike, but wow.
I would like to think that if he was still with us here today, that we
We could get
probably
him as
could
a
get him.
guest.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could probably get him on now. I feel like we're big.
Yeah.
We're here. We could probably have gotten Mad Mike on. There was a while back I think like when this is a long time ago, but I did reach out to a few of the Apollo astronauts, like PR people, to see if anyone was interested in just like hopping on for a quick call. And I think I remember being inspired because I saw when I was like up north at like deer camp one year or something, and someone had a hunting video on. It was of like Charlie Duke was like the hunting guest. They were going duck hunting or something, and they were like, "We've got Charlie Duke with us today, and he's gonna, help us hunt down some ducks, and this is gonna be real great." Whatever. He's from Texas, I think, or somewhere down south. And I'm like, wait, that's actually Charlie Duke. That's the Apollo astronaut. And like if he's doing like hunting shows, like maybe maybe he would hop on. Never got a response, but yeah, there's a limited amount of time. Like,
well,
there's still some.
I hold some hope because like the Artemis, I mean, Gary has a connection to one of the Artemis pilots for not two, but like further back
in the program.
In the program.
Yeah, in the overarching program, yeah.
But then also like they also like there's a value, and NASA just actually announced that like if you go to the space station now, you're allowed to bring your phone with you and take footage and like share it with your family or whatever. That's been a big thing that they haven't been able to do in the past. So whatever cameras were on ISS, that's what you could take footage with, and that's it. Like you couldn't take a phone or anything. Now they can take their phone. So I think it's going to open up some channels as far as like social media for astronauts of like, hey, like you don't have to stream while you're launching and getting to the ISS, but like if you have your video on and you've got videos that you can post and say, hey, this is like live inside the shuttle, and this is us going up, and this is us docking with the ISS, and now I'm weightless or whatever, and then broadcast it later on. I think that's going to bring some hype. That's going to bring some like making these people kind of back into what we've talked about for so long of like the Apollo astronauts being heroes. Like now you can kind of express yourself as an astronaut and show what you've accomplished. And I think it's going to do a lot for awareness and just like, gaining people's attention for space exploration and what we're doing now.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, think about that. Like if you're on the first starship that goes to Mars, and we don't have any way of like transmitting, but if they have a way of like recording and then sending it back to SpaceX, and SpaceX can post like, these are our astronauts, they're floating for the next 4 months or whatever, getting to Mars, and this is what they're doing, these are the tests they're conducting. That would be for social media, how many people would tune in for that kind of content? Like that would be way above like watching the fucking Kardashians or whatever. Like
exactly. Yeah.
These are people that are traveling to Mars.
It would be at the forefront of attention for sure. And yeah, I agree. I think that there's, and it's nice to see because in the 60s and 70s, those guys were like rocks. Like, I mean, maybe not in the time. I don't know. I hope so. We weren't there to see it, but certainly now they're like rock stars. They're legends. They're absolute legends. Nerves of steel, right? These dudes, heroes. And it's just something too with like missions that have gone to the ISS. We've talked about this before. Every mission, including like the one today, SpaceX launched a crew up up into the ISS. Incredible, right? Like another SpaceX commercially operated company launching humans up to the ISS. It's happened now like 12 or 13 times. Good stuff. But to the ISS has become so routine. So these people that do travel out further to the moon, to Mars, are always going to feel more like a legend, right? And like, so if they're able to leverage that's cool.
Like the Artemis crew, I would do pay-per-view if I could see them like on the dark side of the moon. Like, all right, we're about to go into the dark side of the moon, and here's the footage, and then just like showing, footage of the dark side of the moon. Like,
Yeah.
I would pay to see that. Like, we need to do that. Instead of just being exploratory, they need to realize that the audience wants content.
We want to see cool stuff.
Yeah. And get
Yeah.
people enthusiastic about it.
Just the fact that they're going isn't cool enough. I want to.
What
gotta
I mean,
take
for
a
like the
peek.
common human, like, I want to be able to see it as if I was there, and that technology is available. So why not share it with everybody?
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Speaking of seeing cool stuff, want to talk a little bit. I was telling David on the break. I think you were upstairs, Nathan, but the James Webb Space Telescope is sort of back in the news, and that's been, that telescope when it launched was such a huge deal. We talked about it a lot on the podcast. I'm acting like, yeah, we covered that.
We covered that. We had men on the ground.
We had men on the ground for James Webb Space Telescope's launch, and there was a lot that came out right away to the mainstream when James Webb launched and started taking photos. Those were incredible photos, like these images of globular clusters and nebulae and all this, that you're just like, this is insane. That was awesome. But then haven't heard much since. Obviously, it's still out there doing stuff. And what recently popped up with regard to James Webb, they found a galaxy. The team that works behind James Webb Space Telescope. It's called M, lowercase o, capital M, so like MOM. Mom -Z14 galaxy that existed only 280 million years after the Big Bang.
Wow.
So it's like old, crazy old galaxy.
Yeah.
And we have no idea if it still exists.
Yeah,
we're seeing very old light.
It's just incredible. So they have got like the James Webb telescope is just out there doing this, and it's starting to come back up into the news a little bit. And in addition, talking about like deep space, the other like top space thing when I was checking in on just kind of like updating space news type stuff, the 3I Atlas comet. You remember we were talking about that?
The alien?
The aliens, is it an alien ship? Is it an alien rock? Is it a comet? Is it this, that, whatever? We talked about that before on the podcast as well.
That kind of came and went.
It came and went, and then the big thing is that NASA had like chemical composition data or something that they weren't releasing it yet. I think we were talking about it on the podcast, like, tell us everything about this comet. It would be really nice to know. So they released that now. And so for the 3I Atlas, observations finalized, it essentially has 8 times more carbon dioxide than any other comet found in the solar system. So it is unique in that way. And it's a literal, they call it like a DNA sample from another star system, right? It's external from our star system. So it is unique in that way as well. And it proves that not all solar systems use the same sort of recipe to make planets and life and this and that, whatever. Like, there are other solar systems out there that operate differently than ours, more or less, which is what they've been able to gain an understanding of after understanding a bit more of the composition of this comet.
Yeah.
It's built differently than a comet they're used to, which is really cool. So I love the full circle moment there, because it kind of curbs some of the crazy speculation about like, it's a ship. Damn it, that's a Tic Tac if I've ever seen one. But
that's a turd-shaped UFO.
But at the same time, it does provide some good evidence that it is different. It's a unique interstellar object, and that, how cool is that, right? So 3I Atlas sort of comes full circle in that regard as it popped back into the news recently, because that's right, like you said, it came and went, it fell off.
Yeah, it was all over the news.
It was spicy.
Then,
it was so spicy, and then it just fell out. So
yeah,
but yeah, good stuff. 3I Atlas, comet from another land.
I hope next month when we record with John,
John the Beekeeper,
John the Beekeeper.
The
That's a
original
teaser
John.
right there, because I'll throw this out there. March is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and so who better to have on than John the Beekeeper? But I hope by that time we have Artemis out and either launched, orbiting, or at least, or maybe even back. I mean,
Yeah.
they could be back by then because it's going to be what, a week long.
10-day, I think.
Yeah,
Isn't it
10
something
days.
like that?
Yeah, and I think we said with John, we were thinking about doing it. What was it, that first Friday in March, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
March 7th or something. So there's a chance that Artemis 2 will be active in some facet of its mission. And yeah, that'll be cool to come full circle with. But yeah, super excited to have John on. John the Beekeeper.
But hey, before March, I'm going to put this out there. I went for my physical and I ordered my colonoscopy. And if you are, I don't care what age you are, tell your doctor you want to go in for a colonoscopy and just get examined.
Yeah.
Both of you need to do it. Everybody needs to do it because the age that people are being diagnosed is much lower than what used to be approved for a colonoscopy. So looking forward to that conversation with John, and hopefully we have Artemis to talk about.
Yeah, and to your point as well, there is a unprecedented increase in colorectal cancer in young men, healthy men.
Right.
And so it is something that is certainly proactive to do. And I think I'm excited to have John on. He is such a good advocate for it, for his own health. And he's going to share a lot of great stories. So that'll be at episode 92 in March.
3, right? No,
92.
92.
Yeah, 90 was Hubertina. 91 here, talking about Artemis 2.
Coming up on 100.
Coming up on 100. We're getting there. And so we'll have to map it out. Sometime later this year, we'll have the century party.
Yeah.
For Eclipse.
$100 bills hanging in the background.
Yeah, hundreds. Episode 100. No, it'll be great. But thanks for being with us on episode 91 here in February. It's been awesome talking space, talking cycling, and excited for March with John the Beekeeper of Michigan Bee Co., one of our amazing partners for Eclipse on Tap. You heard the ad during the mid-break, and we'll have the man himself on the podcast. So if you like this episode, you like what we're doing, give us a shout out on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And now that we're on YouTube too, like the video, subscribe. It certainly goes a long way in getting us excited about what's to come in the future for Eclipse on Tap. And of course on the social medias as well, at Eclipse on Tap. We out there. We're all over. So you'll see us out on the road soon on the social medias, and appreciate you listening in. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.